There it goes. Hey, go. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Let's Read New Game Plus. I'm your host, Duhad. Joining me, as always, are Rydell.
Hello!
And Herr Wutzig.
Hey, children!
And being joined by Neurobrony.
Let's read.
And Brandon. Sorry, Time Knight. God damn, you should Skype name.
I know my secret! No!
It's so secret.
Damn it! Duhad, what did you do?
Anyway.
The weird secret
Yes!
is Brandon's not even his name. Brandon's just another screen name.
Oh, shit.
He's behind 20 proxies, too.
His real name is Brandoon. Secret's out of the bottle.
Oh, dear. Okay.
Anyway,
so, we're back.
We're back.
With Pam.
We're back.
Yes!
Hey,
In
everybody.
the interest of making Duhad's already bad day even worse.
Fucking-tastic.
Calm your tits, Duhad.
Shut up.
Ugh.
Chapter 2.
Alright.
I'm
Hands. A My Little Pony. Well, I'm the narrator still,
Yeah,
right?
no. I'm just working out real quick. I am the OC. Rydell, who are you playing?
I think I was I the Cannon Ponies?
No. We're
was that
split
background?
it up because we have more people. So you're gonna be
So one of us could do...
your
main
Twilight.
Okay.
Brandon, why don't you be Time Knight? Why don't you be Fluttershy?
Stop
Well, I guess we
confusing
could break
the
it
names,
into...
Duhad.
Well, hold on. We
Jesus.
could probably break it into... Given Twilight's...
I was
Important to the story.
Fluttershy and Twilight turned out to
Yeah.
be the two main characters. So let's break those two up.
And then we have the narrator, and we have OC's, the OC. I was saying, we could probably break it into Twilight, into narrator, OC, Twilight, every other canon character.
No, because we have 5 people in the call right now, and Fluttershy has about as many lines as Twilight. So tends.
Oh yeah.
So
I
your Twilight.
I see 4 icons in
Time
Skype.
Knight
Assumed
is-
4 people on the call. I forgot
Twilight-
to count myself.
Yeah, your Twilight. Time Knight will be Fluttershy, and Neurobrony is everyone else. It is all the other canon characters.
I don't remember what voice I did for.
Let's read.
Let's read.
Let's read. Hands. A My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fan fiction by Andrew J. Talon. Disclaimer: this is a non-profit-based work of Sorry, let me try that again. Disclaimer: this is a non-profit fan-based work of prose. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is the property of Hasbro and the reinvention of the lovely Lauren Faust. No copyright infringement is intended. Please support the official release. Line. Watching a pony give a gigantic Tyrannosaurus a physical is, well, it's a unique experience.
Turn your head and cough.
An even more unique experience is seeing the happy ending.
Yep. With all, and then it just gets wet from there.
Chloe.
Ah,
You didn't need to go there.
Sorry. It's kind of hard to describe in some ways. This tiny Pegasus flying around this massive predator, asking questions
Cock.
and getting responses in the form of rumbles, bellows, and growls. Fluttershy even examined the mighty beast's teeth with the same precision as a dentist, flying into its mouth at one point.
Oh my. Well, you're in good shape.
Fluttershy said at last.
But try to get more soy in your diet from plant eaters that eat it and don't hunt so close to Ponyville. You don't want lightning shot at you again, do you?
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
probably not.
How do you get more soy in your diet from eating the meat of people that you...
Well, you get the
what?
They get the nutrients soy has, and if you eat them, you get the nutrients from them. Because it's not literally the soy that you would need, but rather she's suggesting that you get that as a source of nutrients. Because your body doesn't care exactly what you ate, it cares about, like, the vitamins and stuff that it gets.
Oh,
So when someone tells you to eat X, it's because X has a lot of the vitamin that you need.
yeah, but how does that transfer into the meat?
Because your body actually distributes that among your body. And when you eat their body, you are
It's
getting the
just a
stuff that's in
weird
their
way
body.
It's just a weird way to word it.
It works. That's how meat works.
It's a weird way in the wild, wild west world of
All right.
Whoopity
Okay,
woogity
whatever.
woogity.
Yeah. The Tyrannosaur rumbled a negative, and then looked over at me. I stood very, very still, hoping it wouldn't see me. I mean, okay, slim hope, but you can't blame me for trying, right?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can blame you for anything.
I will blame you all the time.
I will
I
blame
will
you
blame
too.
you for writing a fan fiction where nothing happens.
Well, he
And
did
there's a
almost get
Tyrannosaurus
ridden by a
Rex.
T-Rex.
And that's
If
still
that had
boring.
taken a slightly different turn, the end would have been very interesting.
And
Yeah.
let's not
Or,
forget.
A fic that was just, the guy getting used as bait to get a Tyrannosaurus out so Fluttershy could take care of it, if that were the whole story, would be,
Best story
probably not
ever.
an amazing story, would still have been a better story.
Yeah.
It would have been more
Anyway,
focused. It
that's
would have
stupid.
Duhad,
not
do you
gone the
remember
places this
voice,
goes later.
Do you
Oh,
remember
God.
the voice for Andrew? Because
No, I have no idea what the voice for Andrew was.
Scruffy.
I don't remember.
Oh, right, it was Scruffy. Yeah, that's right, Scruffy.
Yeah. Okay, that stupid movie. The T-Rex growled and Fluttershy nodded. She looked over at me as well.
Oh, I'm sure you didn't mean those things.
That's not what it says.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't mean those things.
There you
Sorry.
go. Fluttershy said with an encouraging smile.
But he'd still be willing to apologize. I mean, if you want to.
Apologize. Sure.
I said quickly.
Scruffy Scruffy didn't mean to call you fat, gluttonous. Very sorry.
The monster seemed to accept this.
Okay, so you just apologized for insulting it. Now you're insulting it further.
At least he's not hearing it this time?
I guess, but that's kind
Insults in your head don't count. Unless you're insulting a telepath.
Yeah, maybe. Whatever.
Rick Harrigan.
And with the turn of its mighty head, it headed back into the ever-free forest. Fluttershy smiled brightly at me.
Okay. See?
Sorry.
See, was that so bad?
I crossed my arms over my chest and scowled at her.
Scruffy still could have been eaten.
Oh no, I wouldn't have. Oh no, I wouldn't have let her.
Fluttershy said with a smile. She then frowned and rubbed her hooves together, looking nervous.
You didn't think I would you?
I sighed, reached over, and patted her head.
Of course not. Well, Scruffy means not for very long.
She sighed happily as my fingers brushed over her scalp, and I quickly pulled my hand back. She actually pouted and wondered, blah, 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 blah.
You know, you could have a lot more money with your hands doing massages, just doing massages than just handyman work.
That's what she
of. Oh, we'll
said.
get to the massages later.
Bow, bow, bow.
And the handyman work.
God dang it! I was going to say.
Does
Believe me,
Fluttershy
there's
have
a
some?
part with Applejack that my friend has been itching to hear us do. He actually had a voice for Applejack planned.
Oh, jeez.
Oh dear. She suggested as I turned and headed for the cottage.
Crush you!
She followed along, hovering so her eyes were at my level. I avoided making contact, though.
He's in the
Yep.
chat. Yay, time to get cancer.
And then Scruffy'd get 100 mares like Twilight wanted to do.
Oh,
Science
wait, hold on.
experiments
No,
and
that's
Scruffy.
me. That's me. That's.
No, I said flatly. Flatly
Oh.
killed. Yeah, so it's
Oh, there we go.
it is Scruffy who says that.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, you said that. Oh no, she just wanted you to feel more comfortable. After all, you did help her. Relax.
Oh my!
I love how his reaction that's coming up.
Oh
here.
wait, shit, isn't this the same fanfiction where Twilight turned herself into Anthro and then tried to have sex with? Yeah, that was weird.
No, I think she turned herself
Yeah,
into a
the
naked
flat
anthropomorphic
one.
woman to make him more comfortable having a conversation.
No, because she wanted him to have sex with her. Remember, that was like the whole thing. Like,
What?
she wanted to
Well,
test
I think she wanted
reproduction.
to logically explain why you should have sex with her.
Yeah,
While
with,
as a naked.
yeah. She turned herself.
She tried to logic.
A certain
Logic.
Balil has reminded me about the Flatley counter, which has now been bumped up to 3
good.
from what I can see.
Ooh. Well,
Okay.
anyway, I love this guy's reaction too. After all, you did help her relax, because it's like my hand met my face.
Hello,
That's
hand.
about the only
Hello,
logical reaction.
Hello, Demetria.
Yeah. The incident was not as risque as it sounded, really. I had recently. Then why are you face palming?
Wait,
I had
was
recently
the
found-
incident between him and Twilight not as risque, or his hand meeting his face?
Let's go with both.
Yeah.
like,
I had
like,
recently.
oh, I'm going to assume you thought I was like fingering my mouth.
Shut up, Winner 100.
Thank you. I had recently found myself in Ponyville with nothing more than the clothes on my back and a quickly useless cell phone. A quickly useless cell phone. I think there's a less awkward way you could have worded that. So
Good. You fucking
I
comment
mean,
in the
let's
chat.
just assume it was a flip phone.
No. Don't
Yeah.
fucking do that.
yeah.
Alright.
I had been allowed to stay at Twilight's treehouse while she did research to live off her stipend. What?
What's a stipend?
Okay,
What's a
apparently
stipend?
Twilight gets a stipend from the princess, which I can believe, and apparently she uses like he's bumming off of her welfare check.
Wow. So this guy is one of those.
It's scruffy.
Yeah,
Wow.
Scruffy.
You are a
Scruff-
douchebag, good sir.
Let's just consider the nail
Scruffy
hit on the
is a
head
man who
with,
lives by his own
Duhad's
means.
voice for this guy, because damn,
Wow.
the perfection. I am never going to view Andrew the same way again.
Dear God. Anyway, to be honest, that didn't sit right with me. Oh, well, thanks for saying that earlier. I hate living off of other people. Being a freeloader really, truly bothers me, to the point I have done stupid things to make money and prove myself useful. Oh, well, good for you. You officially earned a redemption cookie, a little
No, you
bitch.
didn't, you goddamn Anne Randian, jackass.
I'm pretty
Oh
sure
god,
he's
We're-
going
we're,
to
we're
get-
getting pretty close to the massages.
Oh, good.
Now, calm your tits.
Talenting!
Nero, don't blow your head off.
Shoot
In
mine.
this case, during the late night study session where Twilight had heavy bags on her eyes, I had volunteered to give her a message. A nice,
Massage?
friendly, simple. Oh, massage. Sorry.
Mm.
A nice, friendly, simple massage. I've given them to my girlfriends, and the general consensus was that I was pretty good at them. So why would you give a massage that you gave to your girlfriend to Twilight Sparkle? Especially since pony anatomy is not the same as fucking human anatomy.
Also, when it's a nice, friendly, non-sexual thing. I used to do it for my girlfriends all the time. It's like, you realize there's a little bit of a disconnect between what you just said and what you appear to be
Objection.
intending.
There's plenty of things you can do for your
It's not-
girlfriends that usually aren't sexual.
Well, no, but the thing
Unless
is, like,
you
he's-
hold shopping bags sexually.
Okay, well, here's the thing. He's not. Sexual is the wrong word, but he's saying that there's no romantic attachment to the massage, and yet he's also saying that like the only people he's ever given massages to are people he's in a relationship with, which
All negative two of them.
it doesn't mean that it cannot be a non romantic gesture, but it's like saying, "Don't worry, this thing isn't lethal. It's killed plenty of people I know."
Yeah, really.
That is true.
No, that was on
What
my
are we going
mind.
for? It's not inherently lethal, although I do know how to kill a person with it.
Well, in this case, it'd be like I've killed tons of people. I've never seen it not kill someone, but I know it cannot be lethal.
Sure.
It's possible.
On the other hand, if you are so good at massages that every person you have a massage gets romantically involved with you, I'm impressed.
Oh
Well,
dear, Rido. Don't even get us started on that.
Don't
Well, I
even.
mean,
Don't even.
Let's keep going.
Let's
You're the
just keep
narrator.
going.
You're the narrator
Okay.
here.
Not that that was on my mind when I set to relaxing Twilight. No, not at all. At least, not until she let out a very throaty, very human, very aroused sounding moan as my hands had worked out the kinks in her back. And then another, and another, and another.
Oh.
And then I
she
stopped,
started
but she
coming.
started keep going, and I locked myself in the bathroom. Well, to avoid a long, uncomfortable story, I moved to Fluttershy's home.
Okay.
That's scruffy.
Right.
Let's just have lunch and then Scruffy will resume work.
I mumbled. The butter yellow Pegasus nodded, and we were bound for the kitchen of her cottage.
See, I've always found
The
that to be
buttery
a little
yellow
problematic,
Pegasus.
because, like, butter is kind of a very, very pale yellow, where Fluttershy is more of a rich yellow. So she's not really
Yeah.
butter-colored, she's more like a daisy, like a daffodil, or something.
Yeah.
Or bumblebee.
That's so. Oh no, not the bumblebees!
I was
Please,
about to
not
say
the fucking
something, but then
bumblebees!
I realized how racist.
Hold on.
I don't want to fuck a
I
bumblebee.
know how to take care of this.
What?
Oh. Hold on.
Oh my God!
What's wrong with your face?
Oh God!
Keep going.
Fluttershy!
Yes, I
no.
believe we found the picture for today for the fic for today.
No, we have, like, the same picture for every episode, because then way people know what the pick is.
Oh, Fluttershy!
Okay.
Oh
Butter.
God, Fluttershy!
Buttershy. Okay.
Alan hunting!
Press forward!
Okay. Anyway, back to the story.
Read.
Wrongness!
My bird's coming up.
Fortunately, the next job was quite straightforward.
Howdy, Andrew.
The orange pony known as Applejack greeted as I stepped onto the porch of the Sweet Apple Acres farmhouse. I smiled back and nodded as I bent my neck and entered the house. Admittedly, I got onto my hands and knees, that's what she said, to enter several other houses when I didn't need to. It was a bit of a habit, really made me seem less intimidating. Applejack, though, couldn't
More
be
creepy,
easily-
but less intimidating.
Yeah. Applejack, though, couldn't be easily intimidated, so I didn't have to get down on my hands and knees around her. She could easily knock my block off, after all.
Wait, hold on. So he doesn't duck down to get under doorways. He ducks down as a sign of submission to not frighten the ponies.
That
Although, I will
am so
admit,
much more powerful
The
than
ponies
you.
of Ponyville are very easily frightened.
Yes, but they soon return in greater numbers.
Well, that, or Applejack has a whip in her hooves.
It's either that, or he just thinks he's, like, more powerful than all the ponies, so he has to get down on his hands and knees because he thinks he's so powerful that he'll intimidate everyone too much. So,
Well, have you seen Rose and Daisy and Lily?
Yeah.
well, I mean, yeah, but,
Daisy headed
to be
Daisy.
fair,
And their reaction to Sakura.
that was everyone's reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, I say everyone's reaction to
Push
Sakura.
forward.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the story.
Brah.
Waiting on you, Duhad.
Next one. Howdy, Applejack.
I returned.
What do you need? What do you need this time? What do you need done this time? It's not the plumbing again, is it?
Oh, no. Nothing like that.
She said. She turned and trotted into the living room, leading me to an old sanded rocking chair.
Granny's rocking chair.
Oh.
I kneeled down and examined it. The leg was broken. I sighed.
We're gonna have to put it down.
Let's take it back around behind the barn.
Gotta turn it into
Dad
glue.
sent it to the glue factory.
Goodbye,
I'll
Glue
take
back.
the- I'll
Wait,
fire the
hold
shot.
on.
old
You
chair
can glue
killer.
it back together?
Read the
Sure.
next line.
It wouldn't take too much.
Duhad.
But
Just as
No,
soon
that's
as
Applejack
Granny
saying
Smith
it
dies
because-
of old age, we can glue the chair back together.
wait, hold on a second.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, hold on a second.
Why
Okay,
do
wait,
horses have
wait,
glue?
hold on.
Answer is you can make glue out of fish bones.
Andrew just said, hold on. Andrew just said, oh, he kneeled down and sighed. New paragraph, which implies that Applejack's talking, but then he just goes ahead and starts talking in the new paragraph.
Yeah.
That's super confusing. Okay. Scruffy could glue to get back together. It would take too much. Add some duct tape and she should be fine. Yep.
For a while, I shrugged.
For a while. Scruffy could just replace the leg entirely, but carpenter in town charged Scruffy for the use of his tools.
Well, of course he's charging you for the use of his tools, you little wise apple. He'd be a pretty bad businessman if he didn't.
Well, what can you expect out of Andrew? He is a parasite on society.
Well, little duct tape never hurt no pony.
Applejack mused.
But the way she rocks it. Ooh, yeah.
Rock it, Granny Smith.
No! No!
This is on sub companies.
What? Granny Smith is really big into the electric guitar.
Harrods, I nodded.
Me and her should start, like, rocking out together in that case.
Jeez.
As long as it's not on a cold day.
Yeah, I missed you there, Duhad. I nodded.
Well, Scruffy will keep it down as much as Scruffy can. Shouldn't be too much.
Applejack nodded with a smile. So she just stood there and nodded while balancing a smile on her nose. Good job, author.
Sounds good to me. I was wondering, you could do something else for me while you're here.
Sure. What?
I asked with a smile. Applejack winced and stretched out her right back leg.
My back leg. It's been stiffening up something fierce.
Oh my god.
Mind taking care of it.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stop right here and ask this right now. Is this gonna become a harem at some point?
It's going to get pretty close, but Andrew is going to get in a love triangle consensually with two characters.
So it's not so much a love triangle and more like bigamy.
Yeah, more of like polygamy kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
he is going to. There is going to be a part later, like 20 chapters from now, where it's going to be kind of a.
Oh dear.
Kind of a harem-like scene, but not official.
Let's just keep going. I hesitated. Applejack gave me a flat look.
Should I consider that for the flatly counter because it's technically used to describe a
just keep it to flatly for now, just as that one specific word, because like flat is, like using something in a flat manner is not necessarily as
but I mean it's still being used to describe a verb.
All right, I mean if you want to count it.
Let's make it just 3.5.
Okay.
Whatever. Anyway.
I'll just leave it out. He only does that like twice in the entire story, as far as I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's being used to describe a noun, not a verb. It's the look that's flat, not gave that's flat.
Well.
Something bothering you?
This is about you and Twilight. You know your mirror friend. I ain't out to steal you.
Oh my god! She said with a wink. So you're not going to steal her, except then you're gonna wink at him suggestively. Sure, because that's how it works.
Well, hold on. Literally read 2 paragraphs down that resolves
I gaped
that.
at her and shuddered.
It what?
She laughed, pulling her hat over her face to contain her giggles.
Your face is so ugly.
You know, I love his reaction here. I scowled.
That's not funny.
Because it isn't! Even the character doesn't think that's funny.
I don't get it.
Literally, the character being made fun of.
Yeah, it's gonna be made fun of.
I would like to point out, I've read many books where a character was made fun of. They didn't think it was funny. The book was well read, and the scene actually was funny.
Yeah,
Character doesn't
exactly.
think it's funny doesn't mean it's not funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
this
this is
isn't.
It's
one
just the
scenario
stock
where-
reaction to
Which-
that sort of joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but-
your claim was just if the character doesn't think it's funny, it's not funny. I'm pointing out that's incorrect.
Well, but I think the story wants us to see it as funny, and so when
Yeah.
even the characters can tell it's not funny, yeah.
Well, your reaction to accepting it and then finding out that it was a joke was.
I know.
I
I'm
personally don't really see it as funny either.
actually just imagining Scruffy now as being that lady in Jaws. It's like, I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny at all.
Anyway,
I'm not really hurt, so there.
Nobody's gonna get that reference. Little
What?
funny.
Python?
No, that's Chugga Conroy.
Ah. Oh, of course, I don't watch his solo Let's Plays, so there you go. Applejack snickered.
So there.
You didn't see your face when you came running out of her house, all naked and whatnot.
Scruffy didn't have to. Scruffy was wearing it.
I grumbled.
Ah, come on. I'll throw in a few bits for it. I'm not past prostitution.
She said.
I'm from Texas.
Scruffy is the one who sells his body. Scruffy has standards. Yep.
I sighed.
All right.
I moved to the couch and sat down.
Just please, don't let it get around. My mom don't
Applejack
let it.
chuckled.
Not a word.
I like how he's not actually correcting her about the whole he's not actually having sex with Twilight. It's like,
Well, hold
he's
on.
not
She made, well, hold on.
I
He made the. Here's the thing, though. She made the comment. He tried to correct her, and she started laughing. Where she obviously it established that she knows that it's not.
well, no,
And she was
no,
teasing.
no. The joke seemed to be that like, haha, I don't actually want to have sex with you.
Well, it seemed like
Even though they
she
do
was
end up that
teasing
way.
him. She was teasing him to get the reaction.
No, see, it seemed like she was teasing him about the implication that she was going to cheat on him with Twilight, and it's like, haha, no, I'm not actually going to like, help you be an adulterer.
Yeah, I'm with Duhad on this.
I could see reading it either way.
Anyway, she turned around and backed up, lifting her afflicted leg up. I set it down in my lap and brought my hands down on it. I
What,
rubbed
did
up
he,
and
like,
down it very
it?
businesslike.
That is how a massage apparently works.
Applejack groaned. I grimaced and found the stiff muscle. I applied a massage very mechanically, very focused just on that one muscle.
Oh, yeah. Harder.
Will you please stop that?
Okay. Yeah, would you use making the flapping sound? We could do without it.
I begged. Applejack coughed and looked to the side.
Sorry.
She mumbled. I sighed and focused again on the job at hand. Hoof. Even though you don't have hooves because you're technically human.
Wait. Can we just acknowledge that's its own sentence?
Oof. There is no subject.
Yeah,
There is
it
no
is-
Exactly.
verb.
There is
I
nothing
think
but
it's-
hoof.
It's meant to be a mental correction of the previous sentence.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah, that's
that-
how I...
works.
He and my friend that I mentioned a while ago, when we did this, that was one of the biggest things we found. We have missed so much in that, but this is the biggest thing we found was, how is that supposed to be its own sentence? It's just, I sighed and focused again at the job at hand.
Well,
Hoof.
It's him mentally correcting himself.
yeah,
Yes,
when
but,
you're...
like,
It's
and I
that's
think it's
perfectly
actually-
fine.
yeah,
This
and it's
fic has many problems. That's not one of them.
That's one in that he shouldn't be correcting it as hoof. There's no reason for him to correct it
Yeah,
as hoof.
the fact that he's correcting it is wrong.
I mean, there's a better
How
way to
he's
do it than
correcting
just
it
putting
is
it as its own
linguistically fine.
sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
it's
putting it
fine.
as
It
its own
alters
sentence.
the impact. That sentence is technically fine. It's
Yeah.
the fact that he's correcting it to hoof makes no sense since the at hand would be referring to the person doing the job,
Yeah.
and he does not have hooves, so at hand would be correct and at hoof would be wrong.
Yes.
But
Oh!
correcting it that way works. That is the
It is grammatically correct. It is not the actual wording is
it's strictly
incorrect.
the way people talk, the way people sound. That is how someone would say it
Yeah,
if they were
exactly.
correcting the last word they'd said.
Yes. However, moving on.
There was a joke in there somewhere, and I really wanted to make it. It would be less uncomfortable than this situation. I mean, what the hell would any pony walking in here make of this?
Believe.
Oh my god, apparently the,
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Okay,
voice
Rydell,
recommendation.
why don't you take this one because it doesn't look like Twilight's going to be in the fic for a little bit.
Applejack! There's some pony in there.
A old.
A-old.
Aold. B young. C middle-aged.
N author. A-N. N. God damn it, how do you fail that bad at basic grammar?
I don't know.
An old Waverly voice asked. I opened my eyes and looked over at the door to the kitchen.
Well, at least
Old
he didn't have
Granny
I
Smith
opened my
hobbled
eyes
into
and
view.
looked
Ooh,
instead of
Granny
and.
Smith. Woo, boy.
Well, he clearly needs to separate her from young and hot Granny Smith.
This is true.
Yeah.
I was playing Twilight Sparkle Secret
I'm not even going
again.
to finish that.
This is so much better than this.
You weren't here for the game.
You are. That's...
Applejack, it's your line.
No!
Give me a second. I think
Just
people get that
getting-
acronym. I'm just getting that leg muscle worked out, Granny.
Applejack said.
Ugh.
Oh, yes, hello, Granny Smith.
I said with a cordial smile.
Oh,
Grandmothers were the same everywhere. Killing any possible sexual tension dead.
that's a
I mean,
good
not that
thing.
there was...
Yeah,
You-
well, note the next line.
How
I mean,
often
not
does
that
he
there
have
was-
sex in front of his grandmother? How often is this? How
Oh
often?
my god!
Hold on. He doesn't have to be having sex. He just has to be trying to get there.
How often is this been a problem that he is acknowledging that all grandmothers are like this?
I like the idea that he's got like a,
Perpetually cock-blocked by grandma.
yeah. I like the idea that his grandmother stalks him in her car, and every time he goes over to hit on someone, she just squeals around the
Well, no, no.
corner.
Because he doesn't say just his grandmother, grandmothers.
won't let me
It
in on
suggests
this.
that other grandmothers have done it too.
They're rolling around on motorcycles and swooping into cloud
Yeah.
people.
Andrew, your pizza bagels are finished.
My pizza rolls is done.
It's
God,
followed
Granny,
shortly
get outta here.
by
It's
vicious
okay.
gangs of keep left signs.
Yes. Anyway, continuing. We are only like a quarter of the way
God
through this
damn
fucking
it.
thing.
We aren't even a quarter of the way through.
Then let us push forward. Stop.
Actually, it looks like we're just over halfway.
Yep.
Maybe?
Stop fucking arguing over the tiniest goddamn bits of grammatical stupidity.
Killing any possible sexual tension dead. I mean, not that there was...
Oh god, I just read
Damn it! Granny hummed and trotted over slowly, coming right up to the side of my lap.
No. If you want to relieve the tension...
She took my wrist in her hoof and pressed my hand down on her lower flank.
You press here.
talent hunting!
Oh my god! Ah! Why is
Is
the
that-
grandmother giving the sexual education
It's
here?
not sexual
It's not meant to be
education.
sexual. It is meant to be. It's from there. You can tell in the next scenes. It's meant to be a massage for like a
Sexual
sprained muscle.
education right now.
It's not sex. God
shit?
damn it!
Yeah,
It's
this
chiropractic.
This isn't even sexual. If you look what's about to happen.
Applejack gasped. Her leg snapped up, and my vision was filled with stars and the flying debris of a wooden wall.
Or
I'm guessing,
was
that
it
has
the
never
other
happened.
muscle?
I'm guessing
What
that's
was
never
that?
happened when he's tried to have sex in front of his grandma.
Granny asked, quiet through the ringing in my ears.
I don't the pain.
Darkness!
Boogity boogity boogity.
Yeah.
I was
wondered
just
if I-
correcting her bra. That's not how you correct a bra. You do it like this. There. Now it'd be much more comfortable.
Oh dear. I wondered if I died. I mean, when I ended up in Equestria, I thought I died and gone to heaven. I had woken up in a beautiful meadow, wildflowers stretching as far as the eye could see, and gorgeous mountains in the distance. A bright blue sky with only a few clouds above and a sun shining brightly.
God, sounds like hell.
Well, it does
Either that
sound
or
like
he's-
a stereotypical thing that you would hear an English horn solo over, so there you go. More than all this beauty was the fact my allergies seemed to be non-existent. I could look upon the full beauty of heaven as it was meant to be appreciated, like in the Narnia books.
What does that have to do with anything?
Chronicles
Well, I
of
mean,
Narnia.
I think they
Gonna-
do sort of go to a version of heaven right at the very end of the last battle, or whatever the last book of the series is called.
Yeah, I think it's the
I
last battle.
don't know because I haven't actually read that, but that's what I've heard. Also, Narnia got very steeped in all this Christian symbology as it went on.
That was
so
Got
Yeah, that was the point of it from
It-
the
the-
get-go.
major character in the first book is
He's
basically Lion Jesus.
And that
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
Lion Jesus.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But then Lion Jesus just sits around throughout all the last books, and then the last one has like a bunch of really clear allusions to Revelation. Anyway, not the point. It's just a weird analogy to make.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Then a giant monster had attacked, and I had run screaming through the forest like a total spaz crying out,
God, what the hell is your problem? Didn't Scruffy suffer enough while he was alive?
Is this implying that he's dead?
Apparently,
Yes.
yes.
He thought that he was. No. It's saying that when he first arrived, he thought he might have died and gone to heaven. Then a giant monster attacked.
Little boy, you're going to hell.
Yeah. And then
Hell
Hot
isn't
Rock.
good. Hell isn't good.
Why is heaven full of giant monsters? This is not what the Bible told me to expect.
Come on,
Which is
little boy,
when
I'm
I
going to
ran
hell.
into a purple unicorn, who scared
And then you
off the
read
horse.
what the angels are like, and dear God, they're terrifying. It's like, so this one has 4 faces and is on fire.
Ah, what's going on?
Ah! Which is when I ran into a purple unicorn, who scared off the horrible monster with a blast of light from her horn. I was thus wondering if I was not in fact dead, but rather on drugs. My brain was weird enough that I didn't know what might happen. I've seen weirder brains, dude.
I mean, have you seen all the ones that are all pink and fleshy?
Dude, brains are like gray and shit.
Ah,
Dude, like,
Dude, like I cooked with brains the other day, and they were
dude, like
delicious.
Weedy. Did you see this guy's brain?
Igor, where did you get this brain?
It's an abnormal.
Anyway,
Abby. From Abby someone.
wait a minute. Hang on a second. Something
Abby
just
normal.
Okay, something just occurred to me with this chapter. Like, has it just been repeating, how he got there? Or what
It's
happened when
now
he got
covering like what happened when he got to.
Yeah, because the first chapter had
Never,
nothing
like,
to do with
how
what was
he
actually going on.
actually, you know, died.
there? Yeah,
before
but within the chapter itself. Because
Yes.
it's sort of just...
Because he never went over that in the first chapter.
Fair enough.
But he's also, I'm pretty sure he's not going to go over much of how exactly he died to get here.
Or it doesn't even establish that he died, just that he thought he might have died. initially.
Keep going, God.
But no,
So
I
no,
wasn't...
this is not living the dream.
Oh god. Praise
Fair
Campbell, the holy soup can. May he drown us in his watery goodness.
But no, I wasn't on drugs. And if only we could say the same.
I'm
Well,
not on
actually,
Coke would make this
Yeah.
story better.
yeah. I was on another world, ruled by talking magic ponies an unknown distance from Earth. It could be in another universe for all I know, which seems kind of lazy. Actually, it makes sense. Because, you can just hand wave it and not have to explain that much. You know.
So,
And
What, our
if you end up
universe-
on another world, how would you tell where Earth is?
Yeah, exactly. What? our
Can't go by
universe is-
recognizing constellations because they're going to be different.
That's true.
Oh god.
oh,
There's the upcoming sound effect.
What? Our
Ew.
universe isn't big enough for a planet ruled by talking ponies who speak English with similar stars to ours? Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say it's not big enough for that.
The universe is.
Yeah, that's why he said it might be a
large.
different universe.
Yeah.
That was
Hey,
sarcasm.
I'm just saying. It's somehow less depressing to think I'm just in a distant part of the universe than in some other universe entirely, without a way to
Right.
get back home, because these parties don't have
Farscape.
faster than light technology. So really, it's about as
It's
depressing.
equally depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it's entirely possible this could be Nurse Redheart, Twilight, Fluttershy, or Applejack here.
So maybe we should do it as a chorus.
No, just one of you. Whoever hasn't had lines most recently, yeah, take it.
I
Okay,
haven't
time, let's
said-
go.
Time night. Go.
Andrew, can you hear me?
Humph.
I managed. I slowly opened my eyes. I saw the concerned faces of Applejack, Fluttershy, Twilight, and Nurse Redheart. Judging from the smell and look of the room, I was in the hospital. I tried, before realizing I couldn't move my jaw. My eyes widened.
Nurgle.
I think you skipped a line.
Yeah. Applejack.
I'm sorry. So sorry, Andrew.
Applejack cried.
I didn't mean to break your jaw. You mean Nurgle?
No, I'm actually like forcing my jaw shut and trying to speak.
I managed.
Nurgle?
Praise Nurgle.
Okay, so who's Nurse Redheart? Oh, Time Knight. Why don't you be Nurse
Yeah.
Redheart?
Yeah.
Okay, then, don't worry, it won't be for long.
The Nurse Redheart
Your
said with a
Nurgle
smile.
gland will be healed soon.
Miss
Nurse-
Miss Sparkle used magic to speed up the healing.
Which she didn't do for
In
fucking
fact- yeah.
fucking Rainbow Dash, because in the show, no
Yeah.
one can use healing magic to speed recovery because that's not how magic works.
Yeah.
in the
That also
show.
raises the question of, so Nurse Redheart, what exactly do you do if Twilight does the healing?
I don't
She like
know.
tears out.
I look
Get
pretty
tax money.
The doctors flat out fucking say, like, oh, sorry, Rainbow Dash, we can't just heal your wings because that isn't how magic works. You can't just heal injuries with magic.
Yep. And then she gets into daring do.
Okay, I'm officially going to start a cult called Nurgleism.
That is already a cult, the cult of Nurgle. Papa Nurgle.
Or,
loves
or
everyone.
it's
The
called
almighty
Babylonian mythology.
Well, that too, obviously.
Yeah. Anyway.
No, but I mean it's spelled N-R-G-N.
Twilight
No, it's-
Sparkle! It is your line!
G-L.
Sparkle.
Hey.
Miss Sparkle.
Zip it. Well, I was coming to Sweet Apple Acres anyway.
Twilight said modestly, rubbing her cheek with an embarrassed smile. She glanced at me and coughed. Oh!
Don't look at me that way.
Mm.
I wasn't trying to do anything.
Oh my god!
If
Why?
only we had Dr. G here.
What kind
shotgun.
of?
Redheart asked, but something fell over in the back.
Oh, what?
Uh,
What do you mean? What does that mean?
My God, something seems to have fallen.
Twilight said. Redheart frowned, but she headed back to check on it as Twilight smiled nervously. I glared at her, as did Applejack.
So I'm gonna go do research and see if I can help you heal faster or something.
I thought she already did help you heal faster.
Yeah, Twilight said with a smile.
Well, I didn't help the parts inside your pants, so I need you to take them off and shit.
Oh, I think
Don't
you're
worry, she'll
bound.
get to helping those eventually.
Oh, I know.
I
Nurgle.
don't
on.
think-
Nurgle.
Twilight said,
Twilight said with a smile.
"Don't you worry."
She trotted out, and Applejack sighed.
Rub something alien and strange in front of her. She goes nuts.
For
Yeah,
its nuts.
For nuts.
Oh!
Don't worry, she'll
Nurgle.
only be hitting on you until a xenomorph shows up. Then she'll start hitting on that.
Oh, good.
Oh, no!
Dear God.
Mr. Squiggles.
The apple farmer said.
Really? I'm sorry, Andrew. Didn't mean to kick you.
No, thank you, Applejack, for sparing us some really uncomfortable dialogue.
And also, thank you for reiterating.
Well, no. Thank you for turning this guy basically mute.
That is a good.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, we don't have to listen to him say anything but Nurgle for, like, the next, like, while.
Keep moving!
Well, here's the
back
thing,
to
though,
work.
because we're reading his thoughts right now.
Oh,
And
fuck.
his thoughts
let's
don't
just-
ever shut up.
Well,
So
but
because of
neither
the
do you
fact that
people
we're
when you're off
trapped in
topic. Just keep
Well, how about then
going.
you go back to reading his thoughts?
I'm just saying. I managed to
Okay,
nod
let's
to
go
her.
before Duhad finds out where we live and kills us.
I managed to nod to her and a wave of my hand to try and let her know there were no hard feelings. Applejack sighed.
Good. Don't worry. You'll have a nice big heaping pile of apple family cooking waiting for you when your jaw's all better.
She smiled cheerfully and nodded before heading out. Fluttershy smiled and nodded as well.
Oh, that's Fluttershy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but I have to go as well. I've got work to do with some nice fluffy bunnies. Don't worry, you're covered for the next month, though.
She beamed.
Applejack paid me.
For doing nothing.
Well, for breaking his jaw. I mean, like,
yeah.
to be fair, in this case, that is totally, like, that's workman's comp.
Like,
That's pretty
Yeah,
reasonable.
that's true. Huh, so a country has better labor laws than the U.S.
Well, I think that one
Well,
might
hold on.
also
It doesn't
just
say
be-
this was legally required.
Yeah, that's more just
This
along the
is,
lines of she's like,
oh shit, I broke my friend's jaw. I'm gonna pay your medical bills.
yeah,
Also
and your
fine.
rent for while you're,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also
it's like, yeah.
Well, that was nice of her. I waved to her too, and she headed out of the hospital room, the door closing behind her. I sighed and leaned back, trying to relax. After all, this wasn't too bad. I wouldn't be out long, my rent was paid up, I wasn't in the hooves of Twilight. Still
Not
on an
yet.
alien planet far from home and filled with confusing feelings with a broken jaw, but still. Could be worse. Much worse. There could be a Batarian attack in the next 20 hours.
Or this.
Twilight could come
Fanfiction
back
will
in the
keep on
room with a bunch of BDSM gear.
Hey,
Don't like
I
miracles.
noticed you couldn't move.
Send down his almighty wrath against you.
Yep. Funny.
Or this. could
Nothing
be-
was happening. Maybe Fate had more self-control than in my universe. World. Whatever. I closed my eyes, took in a deep breath. I sat up and looked around suspiciously. No, nothing. Just the opening and closing of the door as Nurse Redheart slipped out. I sighed and laid back, my head hitting the pillow.
Okay, this is Pinkie Pie.
Hey, yeah,
you mind
it's-
if I take over Pinkie?
Yeah, go ahead. It's me, Imoen.
Aye.
Said a voice right next to me. I jumped, breaking the world record for pole vaulting in the process, nearly toppling out of the bed if not for the guardrails. I looked
So
over
not
with
toppling out of the
horrified
bed
eyes.
at all.
Looked over with horrified eyes at Pinkie Pie, who had been lying in bed next to me with a bright grin.
No.
How long has she been there?
Well-
Ah!
Possibly just now. We have seen her pop up in a mirror.
Oh dear.
Surprise!
She said, jumping out and throwing confetti in the air.
Don't you worry. I'm here to cheer you up.
She grinned and pulled the cake out from behind her back.
Starting with cake.
I stared at her. She grinned back
I don't think
I
I want
stared
that cake. It
longer.
came out of your ass.
and pointed to my jaw. Her mouth made an O of understanding, and sheepishly she put the cake behind her back.
And shoved it up her ass.
Ew!
Oh,
No!
Forgot.
She rubbed her chin.
What are some fun things we can do since you can't make any noise but Nurgle?
That's what she said.
This is kind of weird now.
My eyebrows rose and a little smile came over her face.
If this were living the dream, I would expect her to try to rape him.
I think that might happen anyway.
I backed up to the end of the bed, my hands held up in front of me as she crawled onto the bed. I
Oh, no.
I don't think you can make that assumption now, dude, because it looks like she's going to do just that.
No,
Actually,
she's
I kind of
not.
know what she's not.
don't you worry about anything, Andrew.
No,
Nurse
no,
Pinky
that
is
is
going
not his
to make
name.
everything better.
She grinned. I told you!
No,
no.
it's actually not.
Yeah, Pinky would do
It's
it. because Pinky is
trying to
lesbians.
make you think.
Yeah. Pinky is lesbians. Anyway, continue. She grinned.
It's your
Well,
line,
that's
Duhad.
No, she grinned. It's the line, and then.
Yeah, I said that.
You
Yeah.
said
okay,
she
right.
grinned. It's your line.
Nurgle.
That doesn't say Nurgle, that says Nay.
Okay, moving on. Boogity boogity.
Sometime later, Nurse Redheart returned. She dropped her clipboard as she looked into the hospital room, specifically at my bed.
Miss,
I wonder if I can get in there.
Spy? Miss Spy?
Hiya.
She cried, waving her hoof.
Which isn't spelled like Hiya, it's spelled like a more like a closer to Hiya. I'm making a karate chop.
Yeah, she cried, waving her hoof. Oh god, I just thought of the elderly hip hop choir. She sighed happily and. Sorry. She sighed happily and leaned back on my lap.
Just helping to lower his blood pressure, nurse.
I grumbled as best I could with a broken jaw as I continued to rub her belly.
Miss Spy, that's cats, not ponies?
Nurse Redheart said.
Oh, why should they have all the fun?
That's what she said! She asked. My free hand
Wait.
to cover my forehead.
Air, did you just imply that you have sex with cats?
What? No, I did not!
Sometimes I fuck my cat.
No!
Why should they, being cats, have all the fun? That's what she said?
Well,
Yep.
I didn't imply
Yeah,
that
I think you just
did
implied
that.
that you have
You
sex with
are a cat fucker. I knew it.
Hey, everybody!
Hey,
Hair
just
has
because
sex
I
with
said
cats.
doesn't mean that I fuck cat.
Just because he did it once
He
does.
loves the pussy.
Okay,
Guys.
fine. He doesn't
Guys.
fuck cats.
Hair gets so much pussy.
Yeah!
Oh.
I couldn't.
No!
Give yourself an opportunity like that.
No! No!
Yes!
Screw you! My free hand I used to cover my forehead as a serious headache came on. I'm doing that now too, because you guys are giving me a headache. Headache!
Scene transition too.
Alright. Nurgle.
Ew. A crazy pink pony insisting I rub her belly for all eternity. I've had fever dreams that weren't that weird. Actually, I've seen plenty of things that are weirder. Believe me, you don't want to read anything written by Eclipse Feniox.
It's going to be
This is probably
bit,
on like painkillers. This is actually like the fact that he's dreaming about this is a fever dream. It's
going to be-
dumb shit.
Anyway,
Okay.
I think that's Pinkie Pie.
Yeah.
Poundcake did this really neat thing with his wings, so he could have a couple of paper Pegasi flying in formation with him, and then I realized Pumpkincake was actually flying them with him. So they've learned to work together and have fun rather than be evil. So I was like, wow, you are disappointing, Pinkie Pie. Mr. Cake, though, wasn't looking too happy. He had a paper Pegasus stuck in his hand.
I'm in hell.
I think that's Duhad.
Flatly!
I'm in Scruffy's in hell.
I thought Flatly.
That's
Scruffy's
number
in
4,
hell.
folks.
Scruffy have to rub a girl's belly for eternity. And Scruffy can't get sex out of it because Scruffy does not have sex with non-humans.
Why are you
That
thinking
won't
so
stop you
much
in
about
chapters,
sex?
That's what's the torturous thing is?
Oh my god, this guy's like Guk 1 in that one episode of Gordon Ramsay's Cook Along Live. What the shit?
I
Seriously,
don't.
This just reminds me of freaking a friend of mine. Like years ago, he used to message me and tell me, you know, I'm in hell. I have a lot of
And
homework
wait
to
a
do.
minute. Another
And
thing
I-
I just thought of.
I would
If-
just say, hey, at least you're not on fire, because that is infinitely worse than just having to do homework.
Then
Well,
the next day, he texts you, I'm in hell. I am on fire.
Well, here's another thing too.
And you
I just
respond,
noticed-
at least you're not on fire. Wait.
At least you're not. At least you know. At least you don't have a neck beard and a fedora.
My
At least
brain,
you're not a bearded
my
lady.
brain
Okay.
is leaking out of my eyes.
Okay, here's something I just thought of. Like, this narration style has just been like it's sort of the dude narrating as if it were his thoughts, right?
Yes.
So then why the hell is he italicizing one of his thoughts and saying I thought flatly?
Because I don't fucking know.
Because he's not consistent. This sucks.
Because he's not constipated. Oh my god. Well, I could always ask Twilight to fix that.
No.
Why are you
For
even
those
thinking
not
that if
following
you
along at
present your
home,
thought entirely?
That wasn't air just shouting no, that's actually in the fic.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, I looked at the window and saw a blue Pegasus with multicolored mane and tail flying nearby. My eyes widened. I waved frantically.
Oh my god.
That's
Who is
Pinkie Pie.
Pinky?
What is it? Oh, Rainbow Dash! Rainbow Dash!
Pinky
To
screamed.
my basement!
Dude, I don't think he wants cupcakes. I covered my ears and groaned as the blue Pegasus
Keep
flew
my eyes
in
on
through the window.
Pinky.
She landed on the floor, her eyebrows raised. Who's Rainbow Dash?
Damn, fuck it.
Should I? Be,
I'll
should I
I'll
be
just do
Rainbow
fucking
Dash?
Rainbow Dash because like Andrew apparently spends the entire chapter with his mouth wired shut. Oh hey Pinky.
That's
Yeah,
not what it
Rainbow
says.
Dash. I'm making Andrew feel better by having him rub my belly.
Oh, I think he might be trying a little too hard.
Okay, we
Yes,
really
yeah.
need to pitch this idea to Fin Flam Philosophy.
Probably.
Oh,
well,
okay.
he's done doing like Rainbow Dash Presents at this point, so.
Damn it.
Dash said. Pinky laughed and waved her hoof.
Oh, come on. I'm not. Am I?
She looked up at me with big teary eyes. I managed to nod.
There we go.
Pinky sniffled and held her hooves to her mouth, and now this has gone into crossover with pony psychology.
Oh
no!
God.
Really?
She sniffled. I groaned and looked up at the ceiling as best I could with the brace on my jaw. Dash laughed and patted Pinky on the shoulder.
It's all right, Pinky. I'm sure Andrew's just really tired. He's tired right now.
I'm
Question
waiting
mark?
for an operative word.
Right?
I nodded again as best I could with the jaw brace. Pinky wiped her tears and smiled.
Well, that's all right. I'll see you later. Get well soon, so you can eat your cake. Bye.
And now I'm about half expecting someone to just randomly break into where the pirates who don't do anything.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why you're expecting that.
Because doesn't that Pinkie Pie voice sound a bit like the voice of Larry the Cucumber?
I
No,
No.
that's more like.
have no idea who Larry the Cucumber is.
No, I
Veggie
know that.
Tales.
That does not sound like Larry.
You do not
Yeah, that does
tell me
not
about the
sound anything
VeggieTales.
like. Yeah, it does not sound anything like
Larry the Cucumber does not sound like Pinky from Rainbow
Actually, that's
Dash
like the only
Presents
thing
at
I
all.
remember about that is that, like, at one point in like the in one of the Let's Plays, Peyton, who is the same character as Pinky in Rainbow Dash Presents, goes on a rant about Larry the Cucumber and how he is a terrible character. You do not disrespect Larry the Cucumber. Yes,
Do
he is
not
a
disrespect Larry the Cucumber.
he is a cucumber.
Oh, whatever. Anyway,
He's a cucumber. He is used by women all around the world.
okay. She waved and bounced out the door. I sighed in relief and looked over at Rainbow Dash, who was looking quite sympathetic.
Sorry, she does that.
She consoled. I waved my hands.
Yeah, I know you don't hold against her,
Just
but
hands in the air,
keep
but
it
he doesn't care.
sensitive.
Why did you change the paragraph there, Arthur?
I don't.
Dash said. I nodded.
God, all right, now since I'm here,
She said cheerfully.
I need your hands.
Oh my god.
Give me your hand.
Hey, at least this time it's going to be something a lot stupider.
Oh, good.
I stared at her. Dash shrugged.
What? It's your jaw that's injured, not your hands.
She held up a jar of pickles.
Can you get this open?
Oh, thank God it's not something that can be laced with innuendo.
Well,
It's a jar of pickles. It can be laced with.
Part, then it could be taken a different way.
Or
but,
just if you take the pickles out of the jar, suddenly you have stuff that you can take as innuendo.
I have no idea what that means.
Just watching the anime adaptation of Parasite yesterday too, and I got to see the penis arm.
I know what a penis is.
What, the penis saw?
The penis arm.
I thought I could have sworn he said the penis song, but
I said
Yeah,
the
I thought he said the
arm.
penis saw.
A-R-M.
Can we
yeah,
get back to the
he
story? Yeah.
doesn't. Hair doesn't.
I agree
strike
with,
the guy that
Dash.
eats tobacco more, so
yeah.
Oh, whatever. I got on my knees, crawled over to the foot of the bed, and started eating out her pussy. Actually, I'm
What?
kidding. And pulled up my chart. I
hey,
flipped
you eat out pussy all the time.
I flipped the pages and
Got it?
showed it to her. I
'Cause
pointed to the line
cats-
that said bed rest several times.
Oh, come on! It's just one little jar. I just need to open.
Dash complained.
Come on, please, just one.
I sighed again. I put the
Oh my
chart
God,
back,
thanks.
sat back in the bed, and held up my hands expectantly. Dash smiled and hoofed the jar to me.
Thanks.
She said cheerfully. I took the jar to the crook of my arm and gripped the lid tightly. I turned it hard.
Nurgle.
The lid popped. I held the jar to her. Dash scowled.
You can't just remove the lid entirely.
Wow, Rainbow Dash, that's a really bitchy line to say. Jesus. I scowled at her. Dash coughed and held her hooves up.
Oh, never mind, I got it.
She took the pickle jar with a smile.
Thanks. So, can I get a mayonnaise jar open too?
I glared.
Kidding.
And now for the weirdest line in the fic.
Well, people still want to read this. What?
So, I'm still writing.
Eh?
And we're still dying on the
Girl,
inside.
tell me to do it again.
And I'm
Oh,
still talent hunting.
Well,
Speaking
fuck.
of which, talent hunting!
Island hunting season is not
Admittedly, we aren't at the point where it gets really bad. It's mostly it has a few fiddly bits and is just kind of blah. The parts where it gets bad are later.
Oh dear, I don't even want to know.
Like I said, it's had a few scenes that are like, like the dinosaur thing. I could see that being something like that being a standalone fic. A few other scenes that are memorable, but
Mine.
it's the problems come later.
Okay, do we want to, since we've only done an hour, do we want to push ahead to a second hour and
Yes.
do double
I
part?
want
No.
to see you play Pony Fortress.
I'm not up for another hour.
Okay, in that
And
case,
I don't know if the next chapter will be as short.
Because I can't stay for another hour.
okay, well then, gentlemen, this will be the end of Let's Read New Game Plus. We will return momentarily with Let's Play Dwarf Fortress Ponies. So, till next time, I've been Duhad. That was Herr Wudzig.
Bye.
That was Rydell.
No, it wasn't.
We had the special guest stars Nerobrony
Let's read.
and Time Knight.
Whose name is not Brandon.
His name is not Brandon.
And
And
don't
we'll
His
forget,
name is not
kids,
Brandon.
Let's
better
read,
Bye.
hail the almighty Nurgle, or he'll kill you.
Let's read New Game Plus.
His
We'll
name-
return next week.